back to my channel, everybody. This is part of a little mini series I'm doing with HTML, CSS, and JavaScript for a UI for an EV diagnostic and analysis dashboard. Yeah, that's what we got today. Still Sunday morning. Like I said, I'm blasting through these videos, so if you're seeing this, and it's your first one that you're seeing, we do have a couple other videos before this that might give more context into what this is. So, these are EV fleet management cards. And in a perfect world, these will be at the top of my EV fleet management dashboard. They don't have to have this hover situation because I don't have anything on these and they're not going to be linked to anything, but I just did it so people understand what they're looking at. It's also something fun and new to try if you've never made something hover before. So without further ado, let me jump in to the HTML and CSS code because we have no JavaScript code here today. And again, we're starting off our HTML files with a title. Like I have mentioned before, it is easier for me to know what I'm doing if I have a title to something that's not up here and you're seeing that there's no text up here because this is something that I just use in the back end for myself. I also have my reference to my Google API for pop-ins and my reference to my CSS style sheet. Again, I will tell you this. I'll tell you this till I'm blue in the face because some people don't quite understand how this works. This here references this code. And if you're not using something like CodePen that kind of automatically does it for you, you're going to need to have it reference the CSS code, which styles all of this. Gives you that background, gives you all that fun stuff. So just remember that whatever you type here, if you type style.css and you name this styler or stylus or I don't know, like monkey butt, make sure you type styler, stylus, monkeybutt.css. So going into the box and container, we are going to have 3 different boxes. And we're starting off here with a link to a picture. Now, you can do this in a way that you have to code it, but I cheat because I don't have the time. I do this in about 45 minutes, like usually when I have lunch. So I go to this website. It's called linkpicture.com. It's not loading, but that's totally fine. Linkpicture.com allows you to upload an image and create a code for that you can integrate here. You can do website, you can do a lot of different things. It's still not going to load. That's fine. Nothing's perfect. We're not going to pretend to be perfect here. And this is how you can get this image. You can't just upload a photo to a code. There's like no way to just have an attachment. You actually have to write something to call that image from that file, that database, or a link. So this is how I do it. It's really easy. I can get it done in 38 seconds or less. And let's break that down. So I'm going to have this here, and then I want to have the header say the brand of the car or the name I have that car as. And then for H3, this, in a perfect world, I'll be changing this to status, but for right now, we just have it listed as charging, and I wanted it to be a different color because I wanted it to be shown that this is a status relating to this particular vehicle. So in a perfect world, we would have it charging, not charging. If you saw the previous video with the toggle, this would have that information there. So I also have the percentage charged that this would be. And then we break that down 2 more times. We do that with this box here with the Model X, and then we do it with this box here for the Rivian. That is the entirety of this HTML code, and that just breaks down what element is where. So let's jump into CSS. I tried to hash this one out pretty quick because I had actually a lot shorter of a lunch than I had originally anticipated the day that I wrote this. So usually I would start with the background. I have like my own kind of flow, but I just hash this out as fast as I could. So this is the body. This is the part you see in the background. Regardless of the size, it should stay the same. The containers, we have our flex container. They're always going to be centered to the page regardless of the page size. The box, same thing, background white. We also have a box shadow that we start with. We all have a transition for all ease in and out. That is for this hover. And then it changes it to 20 pixels. So it goes from 10 pixels to 20 pixels. just like that. Easy. So on hover, 20 pixels, we get a little darker, just like that, and we scale it 1.05. We have the box image, we pushed to the margin from the right. This feels wrong, but regardless. 20 pixels. We have the text, which is 16 point font, sorry. The header 2 and header 3 margin we have is 0. The font size for header 2, which is this bigger header here, is 24 pixels. For the header 3, we used this purple E color, and we used the font size as 18. We made it just a hair smaller, and the margin from the bottom is 10 pixels. And then for the paragraph text, or this smaller text here, we have it as 0. So this one was pretty easy. I would actually kind of code this differently if it were me, doing it again with a little bit more time. But this was just like, I was just trying to get something out the door before my lunch break was over for my work. So that is what I have for you guys. And once this is all said and done, I could have something where on click, everything from before, like the chart, the toggle, everything comes down. So we have it ready, getting there. And yeah, I just clicked it. And I messed up, but it's fine. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. You can fork this, clone this from CodePen. You can clone it from GitHub, make your own, do your own stuff, tag me in whatever you do, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys so much for watching.